Hey guys, I hope you're doing great and welcome in the episode number 10 and last of this mini cut series. Like every Monday, I started off my day with a bunch of PT sessions. Then, because it was sunny outside, I decided to pack my lunch and to do my check-ins down at the beach. If you're not familiar with the area, this is Bronte Beach where I'm living currently. And this table here is my office where I'm doing most of my admin work, especially during summer. Now, I know it's not summer yet, but it was 28 degrees, so to me, it's already summer. I ate my usual pumpkin and baza, then smashed a few hours on the laptop, then headed back home for a snack. I had one pancake left over from the night before, then did more PT sessions before dinner time. I had my usual high protein pizza, of course. Tuesday, I woke up and tried a C4 energy drink for the first time, but I didn't like it. Anyways, smashed a few PT sessions, then went upstairs to meal prep for the day because I knew that I was going to be on the go the whole day. So that is me meal prepping my pre-workouts, which is my usual 300 grams of egg whites with a whole container of strawberries, so approximately 250 grams. I'm also adding a little bit of cinnamon. I'm also packing some sugar-free maple syrup, 50 milliliters. As a little tip here, make sure that you always put your meal prep in a plastic bag because otherwise it is going to leak into your lunchbox. I'm also packing a protein bar and my electrolytes. And of course, some stevia that I'm going to sprinkle at the top of my strawberries and egg whites. I ate my protein bar on my way to go to the city. And because I was a little bit too early for my hairdressing appointment, I did some steps in the city center. And here's the result. I'm obsessed with it. I got some cute little curtain bangs, some fresh highlights, and also a natural blonde color. I ate my pre-workout in the city because it was so nice outside. Then I headed to the gym and trained upper. I trained in the afternoon, which really isn't usual for me because I'm an early bird and have most of my energy in the morning, but got it done. After that, went back home and smashed a few hours of admin stuff on the laptop. And that was pretty much it for the day, really. I'm honestly obsessed with these curtain bangs. What do you think? Hey guys, I hope you're doing great. Today is Wednesday. It is 9 a.m. I just finished 3 PT sessions and I'm about to go to the gym. But before I do so, I wanted to give you the updates for the week and also what the feedbacks from Liam were. So last week was the week 3 on my reverse diet and this week is the week number 4. So feedbacks wise, he was extremely happy because body weight dropped 700 grams on average despite the fact that my calories went up. So body composition has improved a lot. Obviously, he was also very unhappy with my sleep, which I'm not surprised, and I knew that he was going to mention something about it because even myself, I'm really pissed off at the shit sleep that I had last week and how big of an impact my shit sleep had on my training performance, on my recovery. I was constantly sore, my mood was down, I was so hungry, my stress was sky high. Anyways, last week is behind us, so let's focus on what's to come. Updates wise, he increased my food, which makes me really happy, as you can see. Calories are at 1,777, proteins 160, 20, carbs 200, fats 38, fibers 15 to 30 grams per day, water 2.4. He also dropped my cardio a little, which, not gonna lie, is going to make my life so much easier because at the moment I am extremely busy with work and it feels like there's not enough time in one day for me to complete all my tasks. So cardio is now 3 times 30 minutes and steps remain the same, 22 to 24. Now steps wise, it's a little bit tricky. You probably noticed in last week's vlog that towards the end of the week I wasn't showing you how many steps I got done during my day, and the reason for that is because I broke my watch. I don't really know what happened. I had it in my pocket and when I took it out it was snapped and not working anymore. Not gonna lie, I'm not surprised because that is a cheap one that I got on Amazon for like $40, so I didn't have high expectations in regards to the quality of that watch and how long it was going to last. So I should get another one, but I'm now reversing, so I'm not as strict with my steps anymore. Obviously, when I'm dieting, I am 1000% rigorous, extremely disciplined, and I need to have my steps count every single day. Now that I'm reversing, I'm a little bit more loose in that regards, but I'm still extremely conscious with the fact that I need to move daily, and I'm not too stressed because I know that with my job, I'm already walking a lot. So even on a bad day or on a day where I don't go for an extra walk on purpose, I would roughly be around 20,000 steps anyway. So I don't think I'll get another watch, but don't say anything to my coach. And that is pretty much it for the updates. Training remained the same. I still have the same training program, so still training 5 times per week, 3 lower body sessions and 2 upper body sessions. Lower body wise, I still have 1 quad focus, 1 posterior chain focus and 1 mixed, so with quads and posterior chain. And upper body, they're both shoulders and back focus. Now I'm going to let you know how I am feeling so far this week. Not gonna lie, sleep is still shit. Same reasons as last week, working late and also still a lot of personal stuff going on, which means that I am going to bed really late. I also struggle to fall asleep. I wake up a few times during the night, have a lot of nightmares. This morning actually I woke up at 4 a.m. and I just could not get back to sleep, so I was wide awake and I started doing work on my phone. So far this week, I am probably averaging between 5.5 and 6 hours per night, which is horrendous. And I'm ashamed to say that because I am a coach myself and I constantly say to my clients that they have to fix their sleep. But there's still 4 days to go this week, so hopefully the rest of the week is going to be better. Monday I didn't train because I had a lot of PT sessions and I had to do my check-ins. Yesterday, I was meant to train lower. I was meant to do my quad focus session, but after my PT sessions in the morning I had a hairdresser appointment. It's actually one of my clients who did my hair and she nailed it. Her name is Julia. I will add her Instagram name just here in case if you're looking for an amazing hairdresser in Sydney. Thanks girl. We got some cute little bangs. She also freshened up my blonde. So my goal at the moment with my hair is to transition to my natural color and to let them grow. Anyway, so got my hair done. Afterwards it was around lunchtime and by the time I got to the gym it was around 2 p.m. Now I am an early bird, which means that I have most of my energy in the morning, and then after lunch my energy level starts to decrease, which means that I did not see myself training legs in the afternoon. So I decided to start the week with an upper body session just because for me it is less energy demanding. I had to have another energy drink before I trained. I'm usually trying to limit myself at 1 per day, which I'm usually drinking during my PT sessions in the morning. But guys, I was so tired, especially after sitting down for more than 3 hours. So drank that, headed to the gym and ended up having a decent session. I managed to progress almost everywhere. Energy was good, motivation was good, I was in the zone. Not the session of my dreams, but got through it, somehow enjoyed it. After that, I went back home and did more work on the laptop, and that was pretty much it for yesterday. Now, as I was telling you, I'm about to go to the gym. Because I did upper body yesterday, I have to do lower body today, which I'm not really looking forward to, especially with my 5 hours of sleep. Wish me luck, because this is my quad focus day. And then plans for today, nothing too fancy. Work. A lot of admin stuff and more PT sessions later today. I'm quickly going to eat my breakfast and then I'll head to the gym. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Okay, and before I go, I'm going to show you my outfit. So once again, it is from Bow & Tea, like pretty much all my gym stuff. Thursday was a day of training, so I mostly worked. I did a lot of PT sessions and also a lot of admin work on the laptop, and that was pretty much it for the day really. That is my lunch, my snack, and my usual high protein pizza base, and we just watched a movie and went to bed. On Friday, I woke up and started the day with a few PT sessions. As you can see, we always have a lot of fun during my sessions. Joking, trust me, my clients do train extremely hard. Okay, with your feet here, you want them on the mat? Afterwards, I went to the gym, and that was my lower body session number 2, which is a mixed session. I have quads and posterior chain as well. The session went extremely well. I managed to progress everywhere, even on the hack squat. I didn't go any heavier than the previous week, but I managed to get an extra rep in, which is a win. And for the horizontal back extension, as you can see, I went with a snatch grip purely to get more range at the bottom. Otherwise, with a normal grip, the plates are touching the ground, which means that I can't really pose for 2 seconds at the bottom without losing the tension in the hamstrings and glutes. So with that snatch grip, I can pose for 2 seconds at the bottom whilst keeping the tension. It looks like the grain plates are touching the ground, but they're not. This exercise is a killer. Afterwards, went back home, did more work, had my snack, just the usual egg whites and strawberries, and then prepared dinner, which I have recorded for you. So same as usual, I am having my high protein pizza, and for that the first step is to prepare the pumpkin. I am chopping 400 grams that I am going to boil in some water. I cook the pumpkin for about 10 to 15 minutes until the pumpkin is completely soft. You almost want to overcook it, because the softer the pumpkin will be, the easier it will be to mush at the top of the pizza. Whilst the pumpkin is cooking, I am prepping the toppings. Starting off with the mushrooms, I'm using 100 grams that I am going to dice. Then I'm also going to chop my baza. Because I'm eating baza for lunch and for dinner, I cook everything in one go at lunchtime, and I save 1/3 in a little container for dinner. Then I'm also chopping 100 grams of tomatoes and pouring 60 grams of chopped onions in a container. Now this is time to cook my high protein pizza base, so I put it on an oven tray and chuck it in the oven for 10 minutes. I'm also having 200 grams of lettuce on this side, and because my days are always full on, I am meal prepping my breakfast the night before, so that is my usual pre-workout 300 grams of egg whites with strawberries for the carbs, of course. I prepare them, but I don't slice them yet because I like to do that in the morning to keep them more fresh and juicy. I'm also pouring 20 grams of stevia, a little bit of brown and a little bit of white stevia mixed together in a container to sprinkle that on top of the strawberries and egg whites in the morning. And I'm also prepping 50 ml of sugar-free maple syrup for topping as well. That's the egg white pancake. Now back to the pizza. I'm getting rid of the pumpkin water, which I'm going to drink. It's like a little soup and it is just creating more volume. Then I'm using a fork to mush the pumpkin and spread it at the top of the pizza. I like to sprinkle some dried onions, garlic and salt. And seasoning wise, for my lettuce, I'm using some salt and this lemon herb and garlic seasoning, which is just delicious. And now I'm just putting all the toppings on the pizza. So starting off with the the onions, then the basil, then the mushrooms and the tomatoes, and then I put it back in the oven for an extra 5 minutes. Then I take it out of the oven, and this is when I'm adding the light sweet chili sauce, about 50 grams, and 50 grams of cottage cheese at the top as well. So as you can see, I haven't changed the ingredients. The only difference is that I am using more of the same ingredients in order to make it bigger. Looks yummy, right? Saturday, I woke up, did a couple of PT sessions, then headed to the gym. That was my second and last upper body session of the week, which is shoulders and back focused. Here as well, I had an amazing session. I'm really enjoying training during the weekends at the moment because I'm not rushing and the vibe is just different, you know? Everyone is in a better mood. Anyways, got it done, managed to progress everywhere. Then I headed upstairs and smashed some cardio on the treadmill, and I also ate my usual protein bar, which is the brownie flavor from Coles, and it is their home brand actually. It's called Perform, and there's only 145 calories per bar, which is the main reason why I love this protein bar, especially when dieting. Then we did some groceries, and you guys, I was so happy because I bought myself some crumpets. Ate that for post-workout with some basil, mushrooms, tomato, onions, sweet chili sauce, and then for dinner I had my usual weekend pancakes with ricotta, strawberries, and maple syrup. Sunday I woke up, did a little bit of admin work before heading to the gym. For pre-workout, I had one pancake left over from the night before that I ate with strawberries. And the same as usual, started off my session with a little warm-up, a little walk on the treadmill, and this is when I drink my caffeine and get in the zone. And then it was time to train, so I filmed the whole session for you guys. That was my posterior chain focus session, which you've seen before. I filmed it a few weeks ago already, but I'm still going to run you through it all. Exercise number 1, we have some adduction with a rep range of 15 to 20. I don't have any specific tempo here, but I do have a rest pause set on my second working set. Exercise number 2 and my all-time favorite lower body exercise, we have some barbell Romanian deadlifts with a rep range of 6 to 8. And I do have a specific tempo here, so 2 seconds on the way down, 2 seconds pause at the bottom, which is spicy as, trust me, but I love it. Exercise number 3, we have some standing single leg curl with a rep range of 8 to 12 and a specific tempo here as well. 2 seconds on the way down, 1 second on the way up, and 2 seconds pause at the top. Little reminder here, once again, always make sure to start with your weak side first. Go to the failure point or as close as possible from it, and then match your performance on your strong side in order to correct your muscle imbalances. Exercise number 4, and my least favorite exercise. I don't know why, I just hate that one. This is the hip thrust with a B stance. Probably because I hate hip thrust, and B stance means that you have to do it twice, one time per leg. Anyways, my rep range here is 12 to 15. I do not have any specific tempo, but I do have one rest pause set here as well on my second working set, as if it wasn't spicy enough on its own. Exercise number 5, we have some kickbacks on the machine. My rep range here is 15 to 20. Once again, I do not have any specific tempo here either, but I do have 2 rest pause sets after my second working set, which is savage. And as a little tip, if you struggle to feel your glutes in this exercise, and if you feel your quads taken over, make sure to slow down the eccentric phase and to really focus on feeling a stretch in your glutes, as opposed to focusing on flexing your knee. So it's more of a hip hinge movement than a knee flexion. And if you still struggle to feel your glutes, add a cheeky 2 seconds pause before kicking back. Exercise number 6, we have some calves, which I love training. So this is a donkey calf raise with a rep range of 15 to 20. No specific tempo here either, but I do have 2 rest pause sets after my first working set, which honestly is so freaking painful, but so good at the same time. Quick little dance break here with 2 of my clients before jumping into my second set, and finishing off with some crunches on the ab crunch machine with a rep range of 15 to 20. No specific tempo, but once again 3 rest pause sets after my first working set, which means that I basically have to do as many reps as I can, rest for 20 seconds, go again, rest for 20 seconds, go again, rest for 20 seconds, go again. And that is the main reason why my abs are sore every single week for 2 days after this session. As a little tip here, when you perform this exercise, make sure to breathe out as you're crunching. So breathing out on the effort and in when extending. You want to get rid of all the air in your rib cage in order to get a greater crunch. After my session, I did a couple of rounds of posing in the posing room. Then afterwards I finished my cardio for the week, then went back home, smashed a few hours of work on the laptop. Then it was time to eat again, so I had crumpets again. Topping wise, I'm having the exact same as on my pizza, so pasta, pumpkin, mushrooms, tomatoes, onions, sweet chili sauce. Did more work, went for a walk, and had pancakes for dinner again. Same toppings as the night before. Hey guys, I hope you're doing great. Today is Wednesday and I just wanted to jump in to wrap up the vlog number 10, which is going to be the last one of this mini cuts series. So that was the week number 4 of the reverse diets. Same as usual, I'm going to use my tracker in order to give you some numbers. Starting off with the body weight, I was 55.5 on average 2 weeks ago and 55.6 on average last week, which means that I now reached that stage where body weight has become stable. Hence the fact that this is going to be the last episode of this series, because we're now reaching the end of my reverse diets. I vlogged the whole fat loss and I vlogged the whole reverse, and the main reason why I'll stop vlogging afterwards is because there's not going to be many changes happening after that. Don't worry, I will still be posting other videos, maybe not next week because editing take a very long time, and I also have a full-time job which is pretty full on at the moment, so maybe I'm going to allow myself a week or a couple of weeks of break. But no stress guys, I will be back with some more content on YouTube, I promise. So despite the fact that body weight is up 100 grams, body composition is still improving. I do look and feel leaner. I'll add a video of my physique updates that I took on Sunday. To me, it seems like body composition is still improving. Now, I'm not too fussy that my average is kind of up because I had a lot of fluctuations throughout the week. Just to give you a bit of an idea, I was 55.6 on Monday, 55.1 on Sunday, but on Wednesday I was 56.5, which our body weight fluctuates a lot, and it doesn't mean that you've put on a kg of fat overnight. Otherwise, I wouldn't be 55.1 again on Sunday. So these fluctuations could be hormones related, could be related to the fact that I had bad digestion on that day, or that I ate a little bit later than usual, or a little bit saltier than usual. Maybe on that day I was extremely tired or extremely sore. I don't remember exactly what happened on Wednesday, but I don't remember waking up in the morning be like, oh my god, I've put on a kg of fat, if that makes sense. So not stressed whatsoever. As I mentioned to you, I was 55.1 on Sunday, which is 100 grams above the lowest weight I've had during this fat loss phase. In regards to the nutrition last week, I did well. Once again, I did not go over my calories. I hit my macros 100%. Training was much better last week than the week before. I really enjoyed my training sessions. I was motivated to train. I felt like I had a lot of energy. I managed to progress almost everywhere. I managed to get in the zone. Training once again helped a lot with my mental health, so pretty happy with that. And on that note, I'm actually surprised that training went that well, because my sleep was completely off last week once again. I averaged less than 7 hours, which once again I'm definitely not proud of, but life is just hectic at the moment with work, with personal stuff. Anyways, I talked about it in depth last week and I'm not going to talk about it today again, but sleep was off. I rated my sleep a 5 out of 10. I rated my energy a 7 out of 10, so despite the fact that sleep was shit, energy wasn't too bad. Same for my ability to focus, 7 out of 10, so not too bad here either. I smashed all my cardio steps wise. I put in my tracker 20,000 purely because, as I mentioned to you in the beginning of the vlog, I did not use my watch this week, so I have actually no idea how many steps I got done. The only thing I know is that I was extremely conscious of the fact that I had to move on a daily basis, and on top of that, week has been hectic and I've done a lot of PT sessions, so I know that I'm somehow in the right. I'm probably not between 22 and 24, which is my goal basically, but I'm 99.9% sure that I am averaging more than 20k per day. Hunger last week was manageable. Not gonna lie, I could have eaten so much more, especially on some days. So I told you guys that during the week I'm trying to save calories in order to have a little bit more calories to spend on the weekends. And I think it happened twice where I was so hungry I did not manage to save calories on these days, which is not the end of the world because my calories have increased, which means that even without these 2 days where I could have saved more calories, I still managed to make my pancakes fit. And I even managed to fit some crumpets as well, which I haven't had since the beginning of this fat loss phase. And if you know me personally, guys, I'm obsessed with crumpets, sweet, savory. I could eat crumpets all day long. What else? Stress. Do we talk about stress or not? I rate my stress a 10 out of 10. Once again, I'm not going to talk more in depth about that because if you've watched my previous vlogs, you guys know that I have a very stressful life, especially at the moment. There is a lot of things going on and a lot of things about to change as well. Crazy changes actually. Not gonna lie, it scares me a bit, but change is good. And that is pretty much it. Now, before I wrap up, I'm also going to show you a before and after of this mini cut. So here is the before. I was 63 kg and that was 10 weeks ago, and this is the after, 55 kg. Not gonna lie, I am extremely happy with this before and after. It is hands down the best physique I've ever had up to date, which makes me extremely excited for what's to come because as you guys know, I am now about to enter the last big phase of growth before prepping for my first pro show, which is going to happen next year at some stage, probably in the US. We have discussed Europe as well because there is one fitness show in London, so we shall see. But the plan is for me to compete next year at some stage, probably around June, July. Once again, that can change depending on what the future holds for me. But best physique up to date, I can definitely see that I've made progress, especially in the areas that I was lacking of muscles. When I got my pro card, the feedbacks that I had from the judges was to grow more glutes and shoulders, which I can definitely tell I've put on. It is still the areas where I'm mostly working on at the moment, and it's probably going to be the areas where I will be working on until the very end, until show day. Thanks to gymnastics, my back is looking good. Now, if I had to summarize quickly how the fat loss went, so the whole 10 weeks, I would say that it went extremely well. My body responded extremely well from the get-go. I'm also proud of myself because 1,291 calories is the lowest calories I've ever been on, and I wasn't hungry. I was still working full-time. I still had a lot of energy. Mood was still decent. So I'm proud of myself because I feel like I handled this fat loss really well, and I don't think that I could have done any better than that. The reverse diet went extremely well as well. During the first 3 weeks of the reverse, body weight was still going down, and as I mentioned to you, even though body weight has gone up a touch, body composition is still improving. So to me, it was a successful rapid fat loss and a successful reverse diet. And because it's the last episode of this series, I am going to give you the updates that I have. So the calories that I'm about to give you is my estimated baseline, which means that this is what Liam has calculated as my actual maintenance. So calories 1,932, protein 159, carbs 232, fats 41, fibers between 50 and 30 grams per day, water 2.4. Because this is my estimated baseline, I'm probably going to stay with these calories for a few weeks. Now, if next week or in 2 weeks time we notice that body weight keeps dropping down and that I'm still getting leaner, it is not impossible that Liam is going to increase them again, because the goal now is slowly to transition towards a growth phase again, which means that I'm going to spend a few weeks here around my maintenance, and then slowly we are going to create a small surplus, because being in a slight surplus is the most optimal spot to be in order to grow muscle. But you can't simply transition from a reverse to a growing phase. It is very important to spend a few weeks first around your maintenance, just to give a bit of time for your body to adapt. And when you're around your maintenance, there is still some changes happening in terms of body composition, so it's not a bad spot to be in either. Cardio wise, I now have 3 times 20 minutes and steps remain the same. So calories have increased, cardio has decreased, steps is the same. But that's pretty much it. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little bit sad that this is the last vlog, but as I mentioned to you earlier on, I'm still going to share content on YouTube just to let you know how the growing phase is going. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this vlog and this mini cut series. If same as me, you were in a fat loss phase, I hope that it gave you the motivation to keep pushing even when things get hard. And if you're about to diet and you're watching this, I hope that this is giving you the motivation to nail what's to come and to stick to the plan and to trust the process, because trust me guys, it is working. I also hope that you enjoyed me providing you some guidance, sharing with you some tips, nutrition tips, training tips, recipes. Hope that you found that helpful and hope that you are going to use some of these tips for your own fitness journey. Now, if you're interested in working with me, I still have some spots open for online coaching. So feel free to send me a message on Instagram at trainwithlaurie or via email. I'll put it right here. By the way, you do not have to be a bodybuilder or interested in prepping for a show in order to apply for my coaching program. I do coach Gen Pop as well, so fat loss, muscle gain, prepping for a photo shoot, prepping for a comp, posing, male, female. I'm just saying this because I had a few questions in regards to the type of clients that I was coaching, if I'm training only advanced people or beginners as well. And yes, I'm coaching beginners as well. So if you'd like to work with me, feel free to contact me. I'll send you a consult form, and if your profile suits the program, we'll organize a consult call, which is free. And last but not least, if you've enjoyed watching these vlogs and this mini cut series, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram, not because I'd like to have more followers, but because I'm a little bit more active on Instagram. So if you'd like to follow my journey, drop a follow. Bye.